Welcome. This session is going to focus on the interactive ebook that accompanies Exploring Science. You may want to have the print version of the student book for Exploring Science open in front of you in order to compare the print and the ebook versions. I will also make reference to a number of differences between the two versions in case you do not yet have the print book in front of you. Let's jump into the interactive ebook for Grade 4 first. When you open it up, you'll be taken directly to the table of contents. On this page, you'll notice the focus on the next generation science standards, and students will have the option to choose which strand they are working within: physical science, life science, or earth science. We'll choose life science. Underneath the title, you'll notice the microphone icon that shows the audio support that's available.
Life science, structure, function, and information processing.
This audio support is available for both the English and Spanish versions. To the right of the page, you'll notice an eye icon. This eye provides students with captions for the visuals on that page. If you have the print book open, you'll notice this caption is also included there. The benefit of the digital version is that students can choose to hide or show the caption at any time. The student has control over how much they see and when. Again, you'll notice the on-page audio support for students, as well as the eye caption icon beneath it. And on the right-hand side of the page, you'll notice another icon, the plus sign. Anytime you see a plus sign, it's providing more information about an image on that page. And down at the bottom of the page, you'll see a blue and white S that you can click on and see at point of use the next generation science standard that's being taught on that page. This same standard is shown at point of use in the print version as well. Of course, here the student has the option of whether or not they'd like to view it. The final interactive piece on this page is the Wrap It Up section, which provides content and science practice on what students have learned. When I click on this Wrap It Up, you'll notice that a pop-up box appears where the students should name 5 external structures of a rose plant. And by clicking on the yellow Next button, the student can continue to progress through the Wrap It Up activity. And when they've completed the Wrap It Up activity, they can simply close by clicking on the X in the upper right-hand corner. And here are more examples of those same icons being used. And as we progress to the next page, we can see the same Think Like a Scientist section that's available in the print version of the student book. You'll notice what is referred to as the roll-up icons or the list of steps within this section. Anytime you click on the roll-up plus signs, new directions will appear. Here, students have an opportunity to work in groups and are given directions to do so. And as we keep moving, again, you'll notice more information is provided on the external structures of an elephant. As we click to the next page, though, you'll see the slider tool, which will allow students to view the internal organs of an elephant by pulling back that slider tool. And then they're also able to find out more information by, again, clicking on the plus sign and closing out when they're ready. You'll also notice that great audio support that's available. Think about how interactive this tool would be and how much it would capture the imagination of students and really facilitate their critical thinking skills in the next generation science standards. Now let's click through some pages and take a look at a few more online features of the interactive ebook. Again, we have the Think Like a Scientist, more information, standards, and now as we come to this page, you'll see a highlighted word. Anytime you see a highlighted word, this is a science academic vocabulary word. When you click on the word, the definition pops up at point of use for the student. This vocabulary definition is not available at point of use in the print version, so this is another key feature of the interactive ebook version. And as we progress through the unit, you'll see the same investigation that you saw in the print version, as well as the Think Like a Scientist section, again with the roll-up steps on the right-hand side of the page. And on that same page, you can press on the arrows, shown here, to switch and compare. This switch and compare feature is only available within the interactive ebook. In both our print version and digital ebook, our exclusive explorers, authors, and scientists appear throughout Exploring Science to show how they use next-generation science standards, processes, and methods in their real-world research. Here, students can read and listen to an interview with Cesar Millan, trainer, author, and star of the National Geographic program, The Dog Whisperer. The benefit to the ebook version, as you'll see in a moment, is that students can have the reading selection or interview read directly to them.
NGL Science. How do you rehabilitate dogs? Cesar Millan. I don't train dogs to respond to commands such as sit or stay. Instead, I try to connect with the dog's mind and natural instincts to help correct unwanted behaviors.
For the final features of the interactive ebook, let's take a quick jog back to the main page. Here we are at the Grade 1 ebook table of contents. The first thing you may notice is the focus on the Next Generation Science Standards label that we also saw in Grade 4. And as I work my way down the page, you'll notice that students have the opportunity to choose which strand they're working on, from physical science to life science and earth science. And as I click on the earth science strand, the first thing you'll notice is the microphone icon in the upper left-hand corner of the page, which provides audio support for students. We also see the caption icon in the lower right-hand corner of the page that we also saw in Grade 4. And as I progress through the pages, in the lower left-hand side of this page, you'll notice the Press the Picture feature. Students can click on the day and night buttons to view the sky both ways. These two views help to visually reinforce how day and night make a pattern because they happen again and again. On the next page, students can click through to view the path of the sun in the sky throughout the day. Below this, you'll see the Wrap It Up activity, and you'll also notice that the students are required to describe the pattern of the sun in the sky, make a prediction about where the sun will be tomorrow morning, and finally they'll use this pencil icon to choose a color to draw in, and then draw the path of the sun as it appears to move across the sky. And once they're finished with this activity, they can simply close out. And then they have the opportunity to investigate in both the print and online version. And as we move through the moon section, again, they'll be investigating, and then we'll move through to learn about stars. As students have the opportunity to learn about the stars, they are literally able to see, by pressing this picture to open the gallery, what the Big Dipper looks like using this slider tool. They can also, by clicking Next, see what the path of Polaris looks like throughout the sky. And if you have your print book open to page 129, you'll notice just how much more interactive this becomes for students and how much easier it is for the content to resonate with them. And that brings us to the end of our session today. I hope you're as excited to share our excitement about the Exploring Science interactive ebook with your customers.